Hey guys, I'm going to jump into this video pretty quickly. This video is going to be about me and my coming out story, which is obviously a little bit different than what we've been doing in the past, but at least for this video, it's going to be a little bit different. And we've got one more video coming to you this week as well. So, my coming out story. Every coming out story is unique and different, as is mine. So I was dating a girl in high school for a few years, and to everybody's knowledge, we were just best friends. And whenever asked about it, we lied. At some point, a few of our friends knew, but mostly everybody just thought we were best friends, which obviously was very complicated. Who are you dating? When I'm actually dating somebody, the whole 9 yards. So when this girl and I ended, things didn't end very well, and so we weren't talking to one another. And because our families had become so close because of this friendship, everyone was very confused as to why, and I didn't have an explanation to give except for some bogey lies, which was difficult. The heart was broken. I couldn't really feel like I could, confide in anybody. And I don't know, it was difficult to lie about my sexuality and about being with somebody. So we ended. It had been a few days since we'd ended, and her mom called me and was like, yo, what is going on? Let's all sit down and talk. So this girl and her mom and I all sat down, and she basically told us, I know that you guys were more than just friends. I've actually seen you guys kiss a few times, and I know the way you guys look at each other. We were very surprised to hear because we thought we'd always been very secretive. So the conversation wrapped up with her saying, this is going to stay between us, but you ladies need to figure this out because I know you guys still love each other. I'm not saying date, but I'm just saying you guys are great friends. So stop hurting each other by not talking to one another. So I'm on my way home and I get a call from my ex-girlfriend, and she says, where are you? And I let her know I was almost home, and she said, pull over, which was scary. And she told me then that her mom had told my mom everything. So I was outed. Not how I saw my coming out happening, but this is my unique story. I came home, and my mother was on the couch crying, and it was late at night, so she was the only one up. And I walked right into the room, and my heart was in my rear. I just was really sad, and it pained me to see my mom crying, and I was also kind of worried that she was crying because of what she'd heard. But she was actually crying because I had kind of lied to her for so long about my sexuality. And I always knew she'd be supportive, and she told me, and as did the rest of my family, but I had a lot of trouble coming to terms with that. And I also, that stupid rule of, no boys, when you're a girl, no boys sleep over. I was worried that no girls could sleep over. And obviously, I don't like every girl that I'm friends with. So I was nervous that I wouldn't be able to have a sleepover with anybody, male or female, because of my sexuality. So told my mom. I confirmed, what my ex-girlfriend's mom said is true. And over the next few days, I came out to the rest of my family, my two sisters and my dad, very close family. And they'd all basically kind of said, well, we've always known. Probably, again, something that I didn't really realize that people had known, but not something that I'm ashamed of, especially now. And then over the next course of 6 months, I was really trying to figure out like exactly what I felt like my sexuality was. Not like I was trying to label myself, but I think I was still a little confused because I felt like I'd liked girls for so long, and boys I just didn't really feel some sort of connection with. Although I'd liked boys occasionally here and there, I had a crush on a few boys, but nothing like I'd felt for a girl. And I'd always really wanted to love anybody regardless of what was down there in their gender, but I started watching this YouTube channel called Lesbian Answers, and it completely changed my life. So thank you, Jenna, for that. And over the course of the next few months, I had really solidified I love women, and that is who I am, and I'm gay, and I'm happy with that. And I became a lot closer with my family after coming out, and I was worried for so long that if they knew I was gay, every time I'd be talking with them, all they'd be thinking when they looked at me was, she's gay, and like just like anything I was saying, whatever it was, with just one ear out the other, they would just stare at me and be like, she's gay, I can't believe this, which is not how it is. But that kind of wraps up my story. I couldn't be happier with my sexuality, and to me, I feel like this has always been my normal, and in fact, I couldn't ever really picture myself as a straight person. Like this, me being gay is my normal, and I love myself, and I love my sexuality. And if anybody's watching who feels as though they're struggling with their sexuality, know that it is going to be okay. And I understand that what you're going through is hard, just as a lot of other people would understand. And I know it's also hard to think that someone else understands what you're going through. And I know that I was very lucky that my family was very accepting. And I know that there's not a lot of families, unfortunately, who are accepting. So if you ever feel as though you do need a safe place, we have our website, definedbyme.com. We've got some resources on there for you guys to check out if you feel as though you're not really in an accepting environment. And definitely feel free to reach out to us, and we'll do whatever we can to, help you, because no one can define who you are except for yourself. And you've really got to love yourself, because you are you. You are beautiful. We love you. And yeah. So that wraps up my story. We've got one more video coming out for you. I'm sorry this video is so freaking long. I was trying to go quick, but apparently I didn't go that fast. But we'll have one more video out for you this week. Thank you for listening to my personal coming out story. And if there's anything that I can do along the way to help you with your personal coming out story, or coming out or accepting yourself, or if you're in a hard situation, or if you're in a great situation, please share it with me. I'd love to hear, what is going on with you guys, and we've got ways to get a hold of us at definedbyme.com. But thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it, and yeah, love you guys.